The Minister for Railways Development, John Peter Amewu, has called for public support to protect railway assets from destruction and theft. According to him, there has been a rise in theft of rail assets in recent times, a situation which is costing the nation millions of cedis. Mr. Amewu believes that this will undermine the efforts of government in reviving the sector.
As the country moves towards standard gauge lanes for its railway projects, there are still efforts by the government to protect the old ones. This will facilitate the hauling of some commodities from farmlands to the ports and factory. The tour by the Minister for Railways, John Peter Amewu, was aimed at engaging workers on the field and to get first-hand information about some of the projects like the Kujo Chrome to Takwa and other parts of the country. According to him, the destruction and theft of railway scraps and other materials along the old lines pose a threat to the country.
Well, my concern has been addressed yesterday with the chief, is to see how we can work in collaborations with the authorities, and also the railway companies. Where some of this line passes through, I don't know. The MD of railway company know, the workers know. And so it is very difficult for somebody to wake up from my village in Huawei constituency and jump onto a railway line without knowing where the lines are. So again, I want to say that there are some insiders. Okay, I'm not saying the MD is necessarily doing that, but there are insiders that are supporting this. So we are also appealing to them to help us to make sure that we can tell this practice. These few days becoming so rampant, and also because of the steel price, reinforcement is going up. The price has dropped double over the period. So, they are looking for scraps, and we need to stop that.
Welcoming the minister to the location workshop in Takoradi, General Secretary of the Railway Workers Union, Godwill Intama, appealed to the minister to improve collaboration with the security agencies to arrest and prosecute perpetrators.
I have always said, and I will maintain it, that the assets belong to the state. If you are a railway worker and you steal and we catch you, we'll deal with you just like any outsider. But the bigger issue is that these scrap dealers are behind all this, and the lines. The last month, I did a reportage on steel slippers being taken from the operational lines, which is very dangerous. If such a thing happens and there's a train coming with full speed, it can derail. And you know what? If it derails, what will happen? So let's not look at the individual stealing and that sort of thing. I agree with you. They should be punished if anybody is caught. But then the larger picture of people's cutting scraps here and there. Last week in Kumasi, we all saw what happened. It's so bad. The thing is for the state. Let's all, with the security agencies and everybody, join forces and make sure we protect the rail line.
The 22-kilometer new railway line is expected to be completed in March 2022.